Welcome back to the Hamlet, Rags to Riches. It is part 1 in season 4. Oh yeah, here we go. The preseason is over and we do today have a game against Boreham Wood in the league. But there are much to talk about before we are getting to that point. I mean, we got players that have been signed. We have players that have been released. We got new formation. We got a little bit change to the tactic and all kinds of stuff. Let's get into it. I think it's only fair to start with some of the players that have left us. And, well, we do have 2 free transfers here who is just leaving the club. It is Jamie Rickett. I mean, I wouldn't say he's a legend, but he has definitely been good for us. He's gone. And same with Obi. Both of them being released. I didn't really want to get them in again. It's, Rickett, I would have liked to get him, but you know what? It actually came out big for us because he wanted too much. He wanted too much. Kenton Richardson, our wingback here, he is going out on loan, so he's not with us this season. So he's gone. Same as Liam Foster. He has been signed by Northampton for money. Random. Yeah, too many mistakes from this guy last season. I mean, I wanted new centre backs anyway, so there we go. He's gone. Dom Jeffries is also out on loan, and maybe you can see a pattern here. That is gonna leave us as that is all. That is all. No one else left us. 5 players. That's it. So we got quite a few players, of course. Because if we're looking over here, we can also see that quite a few players actually signed. Actually, we got one more on the other page here. If we're starting with this guy, Taylor Foran, he's the first signing that we signed inside the preseason or inside the transfer window. You have already seen Paddy Lane. He was that new winger that played a couple of games near the end of the season. But Taylor Foran here, he is a centre-back. And an Arsenal player. I mean, why do I sign Arsenal players? I mean, what is going on with me? I'm a Spurs fan. But yeah, Taylor Foran, he is a very, very tall lad, 197. So he is, he is really high. He is probably he's definitely gonna play in the central part of our defense. And good jumping reach, natural fitness is really good, good leadership. Overall, not the really, really high quality, but he is definitely good enough to rotate with Bevan. But he's no wide centre back. He doesn't have the crossing or dribbling or passing abilities or anything like that. So he's more no nonsense, tall lad that's gonna clear the ball for us. So I think his full name here, I'm probably gonna butcher it, but Danilo Osi Dadomo. I'm just gonna call him Dadomo. He is a new striker option. And I am honestly very, very happy to bring him in. He is either a poacher or advanced forward, probably mostly poacher. He is very rapid. 15 pace, 14 acceleration, good agility, and, just great in physicals. Also, good dribbling, good finishing, good first touch, and he do have the composure to put them in, so off the ball as well, so he will find rooms to work in. Work rate of 13, so you will see him do stuff, that's for sure. Also decent passing, decent technique, so he will link up with some of the midfielders. And he shoots with power, I didn't even see that. Well, there we go, shoots with power, that's interesting. He is 28 years old, is on 500 wages, which I consider very cheap actually for what we are getting from him. Patrick Webber, a central defender, and I think he is gonna be mostly playing on the left side because he's left-footed. He's okay tall. He's 25 years old and on 500 wages as well. So he could potentially play in the center of our three-man center back. But I think for the most part he's probably gonna play on the left side as a wide center back, because he do have the dribbling and crossing to do it. Also decent passing, tackling. What is it called? Vision is 6, not the best, but you know what? I think he's good enough to play that role. But he could play both roles. That's the good thing here. This is a quality signing for me. Danny Whitehall, another tall lad, 191 and 28 years old. So we do sign, not old guys, but I'm old. I'm 30. How old am I? Am I 33 or 34? You know when you're forgetting it, you're old. There we go. So yeah, he's not as old as me, but he's definitely not a youth player. This guy he can do both things. Now, he can do both things. He can be a poacher. He can be a target man. He can be an advanced forward. He doesn't care. He can do everything. He's like your average Joe that's gonna do whatever you want him to. Sorry, your average Danny. He's your average Danny. Decent finishing, decent composure, decent heading, decent jumping reach, decent acceleration, decent pace. It's decent. Oh, and penalty taking 14. So there we go. He's our new penalty taker, basically. Off the ball is also 13. And that was something I was looking for, because the way we are playing now, I think off the ball is going to be important, along with some of the other stats I just named. Pace, acceleration, jumping reach, heading, those, composure, finishing, pretty important stats for strikers. I also like the determination. Determination is pretty good, because that is making them, that's making sure they are really trying to do what they want to do, so to speak. So yeah, Danny Whitehall, 475 wages. Yeah, pretty good signing. Thomas Hill. This is a player I kind of signed in blind. I remembered him vaguely, and I can only see some of his stats. But it's actually a really good signing. He's on 800 wages, which is massive. But you know what? He's going to be around for quite a while, until 2027, and he's quite good. Now, first, when I saw him, I was thinking, oh, okay, he's a winger without any crossing. But no, he's not a winger. I mean, he could play. He will probably play 1 or 2 games as a winger. Fair enough. But I think he's an excellent box-to-box. I think he is an excellent box. 13 long shots, and everything else is decent. He got all the stats to play box-to-box. Definitely a pretty good box-to-box, isn't he? I think the only thing letting him down here is likely the positioning when we are going defensively. But that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But look at that. Long shots 13, finishing 9, composure 12. He's gonna, you know what? We got a long shot man here. He's gonna pop them in. At least 5 goals from long shots this season. I'm expecting that. Moves into channels. I like it. Gets forward whenever possible. I like it. Box to box again here. Arrive late in the opponent's area. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Expensive, but a very good player. Versatile. He can play everywhere in the midfield. And he's 21 years old, and we have him for quite a few seasons. You know what? I think it's a good signing, even on 800 wages. Not sure how to pronounce this guy's name. At least not the first one. The last name is of course Pierre. We know that. It sounds French actually, but he is English. This is star signing. This is a big name. I don't know if he's a big name in real, but this is going to be a big name for us. He's on 700 wages. I mean, he could be on 2K. He could be on 2K wages. This guy got potential to be a championship level. This guy is a championship level in a few years' time. He's 19 years old, and he is very, very good at football. First touch 15, passing 14, technique 13, vision 16. Are you we are still non-league. Are you kidding me? Flair 12, decision 12, no holes. I mean, is there a hole in his system? I don't see it. Maybe strength, maybe tackling, maybe marking, because he is in the midfield. Otherwise, excellent. Absolutely excellent. Even his physicals are pretty damn good. This guy, he's probably going to be playing as a carrilero. He doesn't, he's like that type of player that can do a little bit of everything, but not really good at any. He's just good at passing the ball. That's basically it. Finding pockets, because he's also quite quick. Finding pockets, passing the ball. I think a carrilero here. He might not have the numbers in terms of off the ball and stuff, but I still think he can just sit in there as a carrilero, pass the ball forward, find really good. I'm training him to do the killer balls, even as a carrilero. I think this guy could be a very important player for us for the next coming of the next. I think he could go all the way up to the championship level. This guy, he is here for 3 years, so I couldn't be happier. Rafiq Khalil is back in our team. Oh man, it's ridiculous. He is actually in the under 23s. I don't expect to use him much. He's 21 and he's in the under 23s. I actually declined it the first time when I tried to sign him, and I was like, I don't really want him. I'm not playing with midfielders right now, and at that point I wasn't playing with midfielders, and definitely not attacking midfielders. So I was thinking, I don't want him. But you know what? I decided to actually get him in anyway. He's on 350 wages. It's probably not a good signing. He's here for 4 years. I think I got a clause so I can keep him even longer. But yeah, he's that guy that in the first season we had in on loan, and he did quite okay. He's back, and you know what? It could be a good signing. He's definitely backup. Yeah, he's not gonna play that much. He's definitely a backup player. I think. Right now I'm training him as a box to box, but he could. I wish I could. He doesn't have the crossing. That's the thing. I think he is a box to box for me, but there is a lot of work to do. I think I want him out on loan. I haven't loaned him out yet, but I think we want him out on loan to get a little bit more experience, and then he can come back probably a pretty decent box to box in the future. He doesn't have the tackling, so yeah, positioning 5, but he's okay. Maybe we can sell him or something like that in a couple of years' time. Oliver Blaster. I needed someone that could rotate with Milovic in the deep line playmaker role on the defensive midfield, and this is the guy. I think he is very decent. He got the mentality, he got the physicals to do that, and also the first touch and passing to kind of be that deep line playmaker role. He's not the best player in the world, but he's definitely good enough for this level. 400 wages, 20 years old. We got him for 2 years. Yeah, pretty good deal. And then we got this guy, Cameron James. The last signing this far. I'm still trying to sign one more player, but this is the last signing that I made. And you might think, 800 wages. Are you absolutely insane for this guy? Well, kind of. Yeah, I'm kind of insane here because that's probably too high. Way too high. It should have been 600. I think I actually set my limit to 600, but I decided to go 800 because someone else is coming in for him and I wanted this guy. I just wanted exactly this guy. So, what is he? Well, you could say, oh, he's also a defensive midfielder or even a central midfielder. Yeah, no, I'm going to play him down here in our central defense on the right-hand side. This guy is a very, very, very good wide center back. He is very good. He's probably going to be playing on defense, but he got all the numbers for it. He got the jumping reach and the heading, which we need. He also is 183, so he is not at all that, but he's okay. Now, what he do have is everything else that is needed to pass the ball really well, and that is what we're looking for. Along with also being able to go up into the defensive midfield and help out if we need that in terms of a deep line playmaker up there. He plays short, simple passes. Yes, thank you. He stays back at all time. Yes, thank you. I don't want the wide center backs to actually go too far up. So I think this is a good signing. He's arguably on too much weight, on some really high wages, but I think this guy is gonna be really, really good in rotation with Allardyce this season on the right hand side of our centre back. I like it. I like it. I'm just 800 wages. That's the only thing. Otherwise, he's even 2-footed. I mean, he can play on the left side if we wanted him to. So yeah, a great signing, I think. And in terms of who I'm trying to get in, that is a winger. I am trying to bring in one winger, and it's probably going to be a loan deal, one of these two guys. I kind of want this Pharrell Wills. I really like this guy. I want him in to be a rotational option for Carrington, and hopefully we'll get him. He doesn't have the crossing, but other than that, dribbling, first touch, technique, really rapid. I just want that guy. And the other one is Burgess. He's been sitting in my shortlist forever and ever. I mean, he's okay, but he's an inverted winger, and I don't really want that. I'd rather have a real winger on the right-hand side. So that's what we are currently trying to get in. So here it is. A massive squad. I mean, this is an absolutely massive squad. And we have some of the players on long contracts, 3-4 years, mostly 3 years. Let's actually see. We got some of these guys that are, kind of a few of them. Some of the regular last season are running out of contract next season. But otherwise, we have a couple of long contracts, and I'm okay with that because I think that most of the players here are pretty good. But some of them will, of course, fall from grace. We know that. We know that. But we basically, and I know we're going to do this again, we're basically having two squads. We have two 11-man squads, and we're going to rotate heavily. But like I say, some of these guys are probably going to end up fringe players. But most of these players are going to play 20 to 40, 20 to 30 kind of matches a season here. We do have that one guy that is on star player. He's going to play a lot. I mean, he's a really good player. He's going to play a lot. Whenever he can play, he's probably going to play in there because it's going to help us out quite immensely. We do have a couple of important players. That means these guys do need their time on the pitch, but that is like Partington. Cover, I might consider getting rid of him. He is kind of angry, and I kind of want to get rid of him because he's not really good enough to be a center back, and I don't know about him. Thomas Hill is also an important player. He's also going to play quite a lot. He can play so many different roles. So yeah, definitely going to play a lot. The rest is more, we got 3 regular starters. So that's Mills, Milovic, and Friel. They're also going to play quite a lot. And then the rest is just squad players, impact sub, fringe players, and even breakthrough prospects. So I think this kind of mindset of rotating a lot is going to help us in the long run throughout the season. We might struggle in 1 or 2 or 3 games here and there, but overall, we should be good with a heavy rotated squad. And you might sit there wondering, so what kind of tactic are you going for? Because I couldn't really figure it out doing the players you showed me. Well, we do have a new formation, so let's check it out. We do have a new one. It's called the 3-1-4-2, the last hope. Yeah, there we go. It's version 4. Whatever. It's a 3-1-4-2. Exactly what you thought it was. So, a lot to say here. The wingbacks are out, and the wingers are coming down to the midfield on support. Yeah, so that is leaving us with room for 2 more players somewhere else, where that's going to be in the midfield, where we now have a Carrilero and a box-to-box midfielder. We have seen that before in the first season, I believe it was. And then also the deep-lying playmaker down here on defense, which is going to be important. But that is leaving us with 1 player we can put up top. So we're going to have a 2-man striker team up there, a poacher or advanced. I'm not exactly sure if it's going to be a poacher or advanced forward yet, but right now it's going to be a poacher and the target forward, of course, in Mills or this guy, Whitehall. So, yeah, and I actually messed around with the formation quite a lot here in the preseason. If maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't. I don't know. But this is what I ended up with, and it looks quite good. I think we're quite good. And in terms of the tactic, it is very much, it's close to what we played last season, just with a few slight changes here and there. So I guess you could say that, especially here in the possession, it looks very similar. We're working into the box, pass into space, play out of defense, fairly narrow attacking with tempo is higher. We're taking out the dribble less, and we're also taking out the be more expressive. So fairly simple. But one thing that I want to mention is the low crosses. And you might sit there thinking, what about your headers into Mills and White? Sure, that is still going to happen. But more importantly, we're going to play with an advanced forward or poacher who is rapid, very rapid, and who is maybe not as good in the air. And also we have wingers that will get into the box area. And low crosses will give us more goals because they're quite good at striking, and they are quite good with their feet. So I think low crosses will make sure that we will get more goals, because even if they are all pretty big boys, they are still also very quick, most of them. So I think this is just better overall to do, and we will still get our corners and free kicks and all that, where we can get the high crosses in and use our height. So yeah, this should be good. This should be good. We are playing for set pieces, of course, because the corners, we do have a lot more tall guys this season. You saw how many tall guys I brought in. We should be good on corners this season, that's for sure. In transition, pretty simple. Roll it out, place the center backs, same as last season. No counters, no counter press, nothing like that. Out of possession, I've taken out use tighter marking, and I'll show you why in just a second here. Lower line of engagement, higher defensive line, basically the same, and I've taken out the defensive width as well to just standard. Now, when you're making a tactic, you have to think about 2 things: how you're going to defend and how you're going to score goals. That's basically it. In terms of how we are going to defend, we are going to defend a little bit different this year because we don't have the wingbacks coming back with us. So we need to be a little bit more structured in our tactic in terms of how we are defending. The wingers will come back and help out. They will, because I have set them instruction-wise, cross from byline, so they will get all the way up there, and they will get very far forward when we do have the possession, but they also going to mark tighter. So and they are on support. They will get back and mark tighter. But here's the thing: I don't want all of my players to mark tighter. That's why I'm taking it out, because I want them to be more structured. I want my back line to be very much online. I don't want them to go out and mark someone. I'll rather have them do the physical job of actually running them down. If we are getting countered or something, I don't want them to go over the top too easily. And if they do, I want them to run them down. I don't want to mark tighter. I don't think that's going to be good for us. Most of our guys are really good in the air. They are really physical beasts. Pretty much all of them. We can run them down. we can tackle hard, kind of, and win the ball back that way. We don't want to mark tighter with our center backs. Wingers do have mark tighter, and deep line playmaker have mark tighter, and even Pierre and Furiel have mark tighter. But my center backs, absolutely not, and I don't want all my players to mark tighter. Therefore, that's gone. Same with going, we don't want to force them outside. Nah, we want to be a little bit more structured where we can say, okay, you can come at us anywhere you want, but we're going to be better than you. Our players are going to be better than you, man for man. And that's how we're going to play. And that is, it's a bit of a risk. But so far, what I've seen in the friendlies, it works, even against really good opponents. Now, that is how we are going to defend. So the question is, how are we going to win the games? Well, by a lot of possession, of course. We do have some really, really great midfielders now. They will definitely control the game a lot better. And so it's gonna go. We're gonna be a little bit more balanced. We're not only gonna see crossing goals. We're also gonna see some long shot goals. We're also gonna see some goals where these guys in here are gonna, go through the mid and pass into either the poacher or the target forward and structure it through the mid. So we will see more goals from different places. I'm pretty sure about that. But we still have that threat. We still have that threat of going into the crosses and get the target forward on it, or even the poacher. So we got more options in terms of how we can get the goals now. And also having two strikers is just leaving us more options in terms of getting the goals from the chances. Two guys is better than one up there. It definitely is. The small chances could get a little bit bigger because we have that little bit more lethal striker in there compared to Mills last season. So hopefully that's going to work out. I also want to talk a little bit about the set pieces because they are going to be important. All of our defense guys, most of them at least, are pretty good in the air, pretty tall, most of them. So yeah, we will do in-swingers. We will have some of our small guys staying at home so we won't get countered too much. And it will be important. But yeah, this is the what is it called, corners here. But also a big change to the throw-ins here. This is gonna be yeah, I'm not gonna go for the long throw-ins. It isn't working for me. The long throw-ins, we're not getting any goals from it, and we're getting countered on it. So again, we're gonna leave our backline home because we're not going for long throws anyway. So we're gonna go for what are they called? Wow, I can't even short throw-ins. So there we go. A little bit of a change to our way we are playing, because if we go for long throw-ins, we're often losing the possession. I don't want to lose possession. I want to keep the possession until we score a goal. I don't want to lose it. So there we go. Quite a big change to the throw-ins, at least, and the corners and what is it called? Free kicks. Still kind of the same. I just rotated it quite a bit. Quite a bit actually. What? Why is the DC back here? He shouldn't be. Oh, yeah, he should. He should be because it's the direct one. Yeah, that's where I do want my DC back there. Anyhow, that's all taken care of. And yeah, I think we're good with the tactics and stuff. And if we're taking a quick look at the schedule, how it went. Now, this is interesting. Up here against Birmingham, which is a pretty damn big club, I played a 0-0, which was a good result, but we didn't quite play the formation we're doing right now. Further down, when I did start to play this formation, we have a 2-0 win over Leighton in a league above us. Great. And then I also won against Crawley, 3-1. Crawley is also a quite big club. It looks good. We are still conceding a few, but overall, we can beat bigger opponents right now with this tactic and the players we have. So, I mean, just thumbs up, right? I'm winning against bigger clubs, way bigger clubs, so it should be good. Yeah, as you can see up here, Barnet. This is where I understood that my the thing I thought about in the beginning of the preseason wouldn't work. I had both wingbacks and wingers in there. And I quite fast understood that's not going to happen. I started to change things, and yeah, you can see it. We won 3-1 against Crawley. Yeah, there we go. So today, Boreham Wood at home. I think we should win. I definitely think we should win it. I haven't actually. Let's take a look at the National League here. Who came down? I don't even. Let's go into the what is it called? Season preview here. Who came down? Relegated Torquay. Okay, Swindon. Yeah, okay, Swindon is probably going to be a big name. I'm still mostly worried about Wrexham, but you know what? They might say that our odds are 26. I'm going to say top 3. I want to see a top 3. I want to get into the playoffs. I don't expect to win. I don't expect to get promoted, but I at least want to fight for it. I want to have a fight for the promotion. That is what I'm expecting from this season with the players that we have. So Boreham Wood, where are they? 19 in odds. 12th seeded. We should win it at home. We should definitely win that one. A couple of other things we should probably talk about is the finances. Well, we are looking quite good. This is after we have, paid our money for the new youth academy. So you know what? We are looking quite good, and I am considering. I think the next thing to buy is probably either going to be training facilities. New training facilities, or it's gonna be a new stadium. It's one of those two. I'm not gonna buy into more academy stuff right now. We're gonna wait until we are sitting comfortable in League 2 or close to League 1 level. We don't want to buy too heavily into it before we also have the finances to actually deal with getting a lot of youth players in. We don't want to buy too heavily into it, but we are using 18k in committed spending. That's quite a lot more than I thought it would be. But it seems like our finances can maybe handle it. It's gonna be a little bit more. We definitely need to go into the FA Cup quite far to get some money there if we are to be good overall at the end of the season. Because 18k in non-league football, that's a lot. But hopefully the fans are gonna show up and bring us the ticket prices because we need it. So we are not updating our staff this season. It's probably going to happen when we are moving up. I'm actually quite happy with what we have. As you can see, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not really worried about the setup we have here. Maybe one more physio would have been good, but you know what? It's okay. This is okay. But we are gonna upgrade it when we do move up into a real league, which is League 2. So I don't want to waste my wages here just yet. I want to move up. I hadn't actually seen this before now, but they actually expect us to go mid-table this season, the board. You know what? I can definitely do that. What about the Emirates FA Cup here? Reach first round, that should be doable. Reach third round of FA Trophy, should be doable. Okay, let's get into this match now, or at least to the tactical overview. Oh, we actually have another one going out. It's Cropper. Goodbye, Cropper, because we are not using wing back, so we can let him go. But I definitely need another winger because he has been playing as a winger in the friendlies. He can play up as a winger, but we definitely need that loan deal to come big for us now. Otherwise, we need to go out and find another winger. You got to be kidding me. Well, that loan deal is gone. He went for Scunthorpe instead, and that's not great. And Berg is rejected. Well, we need to find a new winger then. We can't have one. We only got one winger right now on the right hand side. And as you can see here in my shortlist, that was the two guys I had there. So it's gone. Yeah, not great. All right, so this is the team for the first game of the league here. It is a pretty strong 11, but like I say, there will be plenty of rotation for the boys. No worries. The injury risk is a little bit high, but you know what? I should probably play someone else, but I kind of want to play my better players. I don't want to say that, but some of the better players in there in the first game. So there we go. Let's get into it. And we are live, and we are at home. I don't know if I mentioned that, but we are at home, and we're small favorites. But yeah, I'm expecting a win here. I want to win. A clean sheet also preferred, but you know what? That might be hard to get, but at least we want to win this. So let's get in here. Dressing room. What are we going to tell the boys? Go out there and impress me. Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, they should impress me here from the get-go. Hands together, impress me. Uber. Okay, good. Seem motivated, but not the best team talk in the world here, but that's fine. Are we getting a highlight from the get-go here? That would be funny, wouldn't it? Nah, I'm not expecting that. But yeah, that's the new boy, Pierre. Hopefully he's good. Uber getting fouled here. Is that a first yellow card? Could be. I don't know. Maybe not. Another highlight. Okay. Milovic into Uber. Ooh, there we go. Lots of room for Hill, and he's gonna shoot afterward. There we go. That's his long shot. Oh, that's a good start. Wow. Okay. Well, and we're off. Great stuff by Mills, finding room for him. But wow, that's a good shot. Good long shot right there from Hill. That's how we're gonna start this one. One shot, one on target, one goal. There we go. Milovic with the corner, and Mills. Oh, that's close. We're close to 2-0 up after 4 minutes, but not entirely. But it was almost there. Okay, so here are the. Ooh, you've missed his tackle, but someone else is supporting him here. But this is okay. This is okay. Letting them get down there, trying to get back. What I'm trying to say here. More often than not, when the opponent is going to attack us, it is going to be in the wide areas because we don't allow our center backs to tight mark them out there. So they will have room to run into down there, and they often will cross it in. Well, that's okay. That is where we are strongest. We are strongest in the air, man to man, inside our own box. We can hit it away. That is where we are strongest. But we don't want to force them out there. We don't want our guys to force them out there, if you know what I mean. So we will often see when we are getting attacked, it's going to be on the flanks. Okay. Schaha. But I wouldn't say it's a weakness. It's like we're playing into our strengths, actually, by doing it. Let's see here. What is this? Okay, that's great. Great by Milovic taking that ball off him. That's great. Carrington. Hill finding space in that small pocket. Up to Mills. He is... Yeah, that's lovely. That's lovely. Okay, let's see what he could get out of this. He should probably cross it into Mills. Okay, that's not bad. That's a low cross into Mills. I like it. I like it. Almost got a shot off. Okay, Mills again here. Finding Barker. Oh, the goal. He was almost roughing it into the goal. Great shot, actually. It wasn't hard. It was just a placed shot. Love to see it. Ooh, that's... Okay, good tackle there. And he headed it out for a free kick. Not a free kick, a goal kick. Interesting. Interesting highlight. Okay, another set piece here for us. Corner, Milovic into Mills. He will get them. You know he will get them. No worries. Pierre with another long shot. Wow, okay. No, it should be Hills. Hills is the specialist on the long shots. So Hills is the one you want to look for. They are definitely getting highlights, but it's not something I'm too worried about. Okay, yeah, there we go. He's fast. He should finish this. Yeah, there we go. Barker with his first goal of the season. And we are off to a good start here. 2-0 after 16 minutes. You can see how it works. You can see how it works already, don't you? This was a good counter, but it is placed into space. And Barker, yeah, no one is going to catch him. And off he is. And he is executing it really nicely here. So we're playing on more... We're playing on more different ways to get the goals here, but we are probably also going to concede a couple of goals. I'm worried about it still, but that's a good tackle. Not a tackle, just a block, actually, or deflection, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, corners. We should be good here. We have some pretty tall guys in there that should deal with it. Yeah, okay, went over the head. That's also pretty decent. But overall, I think our average height, I'm just pausing it. I think our average height is 182, which is the same height that I am. So we do have some small guys as well, but we do have some really tall center backs and some really tall strikers, and that is why you probably want them. So we should be fine. Overall, we are taller than most teams in the league. We are definitely one of the tallest in the league. But we do have some... Ooh, that's a good free kick and good save, I think. Maybe, no, he didn't save it. It just went over. Okay. But yeah, they do get their chances. For sure, they do get their chances. But I think we're just a better team. We're gonna be... Okay. Let's see what this is. Schaha. Milovic dropping deep here. Hill finding space. Mills finding space for Barker. Uber is gonna pop up with it. 3-0 after 31 minutes. Yeah, we're just finding better chances here. Yes, they will also get their chances against some of the better teams in the league. They will score against us, but I think we will outscore them. I think we'll just outscore them because we play on so many different ways of finding those chances that it's gonna be hard for the opponents to deal with. Such a hard thing to deal with here. Great game so far. I mean, 3-0 up in the first league game. Love to see it. Mills, Hill, lovely ball up to Barker. Can he find someone? Yes, Pierre is taking over. And that is a 4-0 after 34. Okay, well, quality players brings quality goals. Great. great. This is exactly what I hope for. This is the reaction I hope for. This is exactly what I hope for, of course. Man. But we usually have a pretty good start to the season. At least the last couple of seasons have been really great starts because we're probably more fit than the other teams. So let's see how it goes in 15 games time. Are we gonna start losing? Are we gonna start drawing a lot? Maybe. We are probably. But if we just keep to that top 3, if I shouldn't get too salty. I just shouldn't get too salty if they're gonna concede against me. Because if I reach my goals, I don't care how I'm gonna get there. I mean, yeah, sure, I do. But if I just get my top 3, I'm gonna be happy. I mean, of course, I'm gonna show emotions when I'm gonna get conceded from 2 highlights in, where they only have 2 highlights. It's like, sure, I'm gonna get salty in that sense. But yeah, wow, the XG is very good for them as well. But they just don't score on their chances. Interesting. I didn't think they would get this many chances. But they do. Okay. Well, I'm not going to read too much into it. I need to see more games. Because we didn't concede this. We didn't give away this many chances in the friendlies against some bigger opponents. So that's odd. That's very odd to me. Uber is having a great game. Pierre is, of course, having a great game. He'll have that long shot, 7.6. It's looking great. Mill, 7.7. Everyone is playing quite well except from Carrington on a yellow here. Probably taking him off. We don't really have anyone to come in for him because we do not have a backup for him. We don't have a rotation right now. We are really struggling with our winger. We need to find a winger. We definitely need to find a winger. I don't care if it's a loan or someone we sign. I don't really care. Why are they complacent here? You should be complacent. Yeah, we're falling in love, but you shouldn't be complacent. We want to win. We want to win 8-0 if we can. But yeah, I'm overall, I'm of course happy. So hands in pocket and say I'm happy. I guess they're gonna like it. I mean, the guys on the bench is not really. They're just complacent. But yeah, whatever. Well, that was a good half, man. Wow, what a good half that was. Yeah. Okay. See what this is. This could go over the top. Goalie going over the top here. I have a feeling. Yeah. We win it. Foran is a beast. He is such a tall guy. Oh, and Hill is in again. Take the long shot, mate. Take the long shot. Okay, it's deflected. Okay, whatever. Oh, it's went out for a corner. I guess I don't know what the goalkeeper did. But it went out for a corner, and we don't mind those. As we can see here. See, we do have 1, 2, 3 very tall guys in there, and that is all we need on the corners. We don't need... I mean, yeah, we do have some of the smaller lads in there as well, but these 3 guys are more often than not going to win their headers against the opponents here. More often than not. Didn't this time because it wasn't really a great corner, so... There we go. He's winning his headers, and we didn't pick up the second ball, which is annoying with 3 midfielders, but... It is what it is. They do get their chances here. Let's see again. We haven't actually seen how they get their chances much. But I'm expecting it to be in the wide areas. But this time it's actually in the central park. Okay, well done by Partington. That was a bit worrying. He completely missed his... James, he's not the best defender in the world. He's not there to defend. He's there to control. But he haven't had a great game. So I might be worried about him right now. Let's see. That's a good tackle on the other hand from Milovic. Mills, Pierre, all the way over to no one. That was a strange ball. That was a very strange ball from Pierre. But okay, over the top. Let's see if James can deal with it. He did. Okay, great first touch there. But I am worried about this dude. We might need another really good central defender in there instead of him. And maybe we can use him in the deep line playmaker role instead. I just thought he would be great, but I can see his weakness, and that is by defending in the air. And we can let in goals by having him back there. Like last season, we played Milovic back there, and it didn't work out. This might be the same case, but he should be better in the air. That's great goalkeeping, but Foran completely got outran there. Wow. Okay, that is how we're going to concede, I guess. Through balls and... Yeah, it will happen. It will happen. But yeah, I mean, if we can score 4 goals, so then it doesn't matter if they're gonna get a few. It doesn't matter if we concede. It doesn't matter if we got a weakness. If our strengths are so strong, if you know what I mean, it's like it doesn't really matter then. Mills, Pierre, Uber, Mills again, lovely stuff. Into Barker, and he can run into space, and he's taking a long shot, odd one, but it's second ball for Uber here. Let's see if he can cross it. Ooh, nope, he didn't. He got tackled or something, so... We're not really in control of this game. That's actually funny. You know what? I'm gonna go back to cautious because they're having the ball. We can allow them to get the ball. That's okay. That's okay. We can go on the counter here. But yeah, they're definitely playing up to us, but they just don't take their chances. They simply don't take their chances here. But okay, we should probably make some substitutes here. We are 69 minutes in, so we should probably make some substitutes. I think Carrington has been piss poor, but we don't have any. Lane could come on as an inverted winger, I guess. Thomas Hill could go out there. Well, if Hill is going out there, we could get... yeah, let's bring Hill out there, and then we can bring in Friel, and we can switch Friel and Pierre around, because Pierre is definitely the better box-to-box, and Friel is definitely the better carrilero, so that should be okay. What else? I think I want to do one more sub. Saha is on a yellow and he is inaccurate. So you know what? Let's bring him over for Weber, which is he's a tall lad as well. He can also play in the central part instead of Varane or instead of Bevan. So I expect Weber to be a pretty good player for us. He is very tall. He's quite good on the wide center back. He's quite good in the air. He's very tall. I think he's going to be good. Left-footed. So there we go. 2 subs, 2 yellows out, and hopefully that is gonna be... Hopefully we won't concede. That's my main concern right now, not conceding. So that's why I'm going back to cautious and just maybe playing a little bit more on the counter, putting in another tall lad. I mean, Saraha is also pretty tall, but not that tall. That's not the best ball in the world, but whatever. Sometimes it will work, getting that ball into Mills and then finding Barker on the run. Sometimes. Okay, now they're going wide, and we are... having our ball-winning midfield. Who was that? Is that Mills coming that far down to help out defensively? Okay. Don't mind if we do. Oh, that's pretty poor. That shouldn't happen. Well done, Partington. Because that was piss poor. I don't know who it was that played a ball up to them there in the midfield. That was really bad. That was really bad. Okay. Yeah, they definitely get their... They get their chances, that's for sure. But that's how it is when we play with wingers instead of wingbacks. And it is my main concern of the season. Letting too many chances go their way. Definitely my concern. Okay. That's piss poor. And it's also offside. Should have been offside. Yeah, raised flag, offside. But yeah, no one marked him. But again, I'm not marking the players. So yeah. See if we can get it out of the defense. We could. There we go. Good stuff. Bring it back again. Oh, Pierre, come on. You're better than that. You're better than that. That's not good. Don't be too. I mean, I want this. I want this clean sheet, please. Come on. Okay, that's good. Uber up to Barker. Yeah, Mills should probably stay further up, but okay. We concede one, and it is from the wide area. And yeah, I kind of expected to see this. I did, but it is a little bit annoying that we can't keep hold of the ball, which we need to work on. We need to control the game a lot more, because otherwise they will just get chances, a lot of them. So we need to figure out how we are going to control the game a little bit easier. How are we going to do that? I'm not sure yet. Yeah. How are we going to control the game a little bit better? Because we're giving away way too many chances because we don't control it. How are we going to do that? Oh, man, I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out right now. Okay, Hill. What is going on here, man, mate? You should be better than that. You should be better than that. It seems like it seems like we're struggling playing out of our defense. Look at this. They're pressing really high up. That's probably why. What formation are they using? Can we see that somewhere? They are using a 4-2-3. Okay, that's why. Okay, now I get it. That it's just because we're playing against this team right now. They're playing 3 in this attacking midfielder. That's why we have such a hard time, keeping our ball, because they're pressing high up. They're trying to push us, and we don't have enough midfielders to deal with this. And we're playing more on if we are bringing it out to the wingers, we're playing more on the counter, so we can't play through their mid because they got so many midfielders. Okay, it makes sense then. It makes sense. Hill for Lane. Yeah, do it. Do it. I forgot to change more. I forgot my last sub. Yeah, I don't know why he went over the top there because, yeah, they're definitely pushing up high here. That's a good tackle from Weber. Love to see it. Mills, and he's going to hold it up. Back to Weber. Mills again, finding... Okay, so let's see here. They got like... See, that Varane is going over the top here because he shouldn't. He should have played out to James. James? Really? Is he called James? Okay, I guess we're calling him James. I don't know why he's going over the top here. Maybe he can find Barker or something, but he shouldn't really go over the top. I might need to make sure that he's not doing that because that is not how we want to play. Yeah, that is one thing we need to change the instructions on him. We don't want him to do that. We want him to just play simple passes. Okay, Hill, Mills, finding... That's a good space here. Friel didn't get to it. Over the top here, but yeah, James should get that. Okay, full time. Overall, pretty good game, but we do have some things we need to work on in terms of... I mean, I think mostly it's because how they played. I think it's mostly because how they played. I think in most games, we're probably going to keep control a little bit easier because they won't play 5 midfielders. And many of their shots was not that great. But did they change? Maybe they changed formation during the game when they saw how we played. I'm not sure, but... Again, overall, great game by us. Great start to the season, but we definitely have a few things to mess around with in the tactics. I knew that would happen, of course. So there we go. End of the first match here. All right, so we are coming back in here to the tactics screen because we know right now we definitely need to change something on him. See, here's the thing. When he's playing as a no-nonsense, we can't change that. He's just going to hoop it over the top. So we need to change this kind of role. We need to play something else. Central defenders are going to do the same, so I think it's going to be a ball-playing defender on defense. Because we want him to dribble less. We want him to take more risk. Kind of, but short passing. Yeah. I think that is going to work out. We don't want him to mark tighter or tackle harder. Not really. I just want him to be a little bit more. I don't want him to go over the top. If we can avoid it, we want him to not go over the top. So I think we're gonna go dribble less, and that's about it. What about the central defense here? Can he do the same? Oh, he can. He can take fewer risk. See, take more risk means that they will pass shorter actually, because it's a little bit stupid. Because if you take fewer risk, they're just gonna hoof it over the top. You can see here the shorter passing and moving forward. No, we want him to take more risk, which is insane to do, but we actually want him to do that. Pass it shorter. Yes, we want him to do that. Definitely shorter passing. So I think central defender on defense, take more risk, pass it shorter. Actually, can we just take that out and just pass shorter? That works. That works for me. That's perfectly fine. If anyone is going to take any risk, it's going to be the wide center backs. But I don't want them to take risk. I want them to find a little bit. I want them to do, here's the thing. I don't want them to lose the ball. So that's why I have to take fewer risk in. But I could take it out and not have it in there. But I think they're doing fine with not taking risk. But if I'm taking it out, we could probably control the game a little bit easier. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take it out. I'm okay with them not take more risk, but at least not just hoof it over the top. So take fewer risk out. Yeah, let's call this version 5. I might change something else before the next game, but you know what? That's going to be version 5 for the next game, which you're not going to see because, of course, we're not coming back that early on. The question is, when is Gloucester? Is that a big... Who are they? Are they coming from... Where did they come from? Yeah, they got promoted. Okay. I don't think that's a big team. So who are we gonna play? We got Wrexham down here and Fulde. I think Wrexham is gonna be an interesting one. I want to play quite a few games. I'm considering changing my formatting because I think too much time is going into me showing the highlights. I might wanna cut down on the highlights and say a lot less. And, maybe show less in the highlights. Just, go roughly over them and maybe play more games instead. I think that's going to be a better way to do it. Overall, also, it's going to be easier for me. Do you care about it being easy for me? But probably we're not going to show as many highlights this season. I'm probably going to show more games. So we might come back for the Gateshead and Wrexham game. That is what I'm considering right now, anyhow. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you around in the next episode.